Welcome to the 2025 Viking Event with the Wheel. It spins and you throw axes at it. Oh, and the Viking settlement has no relation to this event, they're two separate things, but behind this simple event is actually some very difficult balancing. You have to choose which rewards you want to go after and focus entirely on getting those specific rewards. The event currency is rather limited and is also extremely expensive if you need to get more. The event is designed to get you to make mistakes that will waste what little event currency you get, so before you start throwing axes, let's go through what you need to know to actually get something useful out of this event. Starting with the new buildings, there are three main targets here. The Fjordstorm Wharf is the new main event building, and it is very focused around defense for defending armies. It can give a lot of forge points, goods, and fast units, making it potentially a very useful building. The Jacker Pyre is a great all-arounder, especially for the guild expeditions, and gives a lot of goods and finish items. You can get multiple of this one, but you do have to focus near exclusively on the pyres to do so. If you want a chance to get one without spending any event currency, you can enter this event's giveaway. This video was produced in collaboration with InnoGames, so enter the giveaway via the link in the description and you might just win. The giveaway will end 2 weeks after this video goes live. The last of the three is the Orecrest Mill. It's got 3 levels, normal, gold, and platinum. You should be able to get quite a few of the gold level, but if you want the platinum, you may be heavily limited. It's got a sizable attack for quantum incursions, tons of population, and some goods and forge points to boot. You may have heard this was an upgrade for the Swedish Mill from the old spring event, but that is not the case, it's a standalone building. In terms of side buildings, there's only one in this event, the Berserker's Wrath, which provides very little in the form of some goods, blueprints, and a few forge points. It'll be a good space filler for new cities, but other than that, it's not really worth focusing on. There are 2 new Ascended buildings, but those are entirely paywalled behind the event passes, none are available for free-to-play players, and you'd only get 3 of each even if you pay $25 for the gold pass. The minigame is the spinning wheel, with 3 colors of rings, common green rewards, uncommon silver rewards, and rare gold rewards. The better the rarity, the better the rewards. The green rings include a whole lot of consumables, resources, and units, more or less nothing too interesting. The silver rings kick things up a notch with a lot of attack boosts, but also the fountains from last year and the new Berserker's Aim and Orecrest Mill from this year. The gold ring rewards will include the Orecrest Mill's Golden Selection Kit, as well as the Epic 2025 Viking Kit, containing last year's main event building, the Mortar Garrison, the level 1 fountains, and a whole bunch of old Fellowship stuff. The remaining gold ring rewards are dominated by Ascended kits. 1 of the rings will be gold, 3 to 4 will be silver, and 4 to 5 will be green. You can throw axes to win these rewards randomly, and despite you choosing when to throw, you cannot control which reward you win. It's random. Also, if you want to skip the wheel spin animation, check the box at the top of the screen. At any point, you can also choose to refresh the prizes on the wheel with the button to the right of the throw one. However, this wheel is shared between everyone in your neighborhood, so if there's a prize you like, someone else might be able to snag it first. 3 to 4 spots on the wheel will also have what are called runes. If you land on one of the rings with runes, you get 2 runes of that color, as well as 2 extra progress on top of the 10 progress you get for every single throw. Runes will contribute to these bars on the right side of the screen, and if you get 10 of each, you can claim some extra rewards. Be aware though, if you hit 30 of a certain color of rune, you will not be able to win more of that rune color on the wheel, and will not get progress if you land on rings with that rune. You can instead rebalance your runes. It will take runes from the color with the most and convert them to runes of another color. Once you decide to claim your rune rewards chests, you will see 6 chests. The first reward box is free, then they get progressively more expensive. Note that the costs for the chests are higher than shown here by over 25%. Unfortunately, I don't have the exact numbers as of making this video. Once you open all 6, you get a random reward, which odds are will be 200 fragments of the Jacker Pyre of the 400 needed. You can also buy all the boxes at once for a discounted price of 250 coins for the first set, and each consecutive set doubles in cost. If you want one of the specific rewards and don't care about the Jacker Pyre fragments, open the boxes individually. However, if you want the Jacker Pyre fragments, open boxes using the discount to save some Viking coins. The 6 rewards at the top of the screen are contained in the 6 reward boxes below, but the placement of those rewards is random. There are different possible rewards that you'll see for each of the spaces at the top, what I'm calling reward slots. The odds for each of the items in each reward slot were determined via a sample of over 10,000 sets of boxes opened. The first slot can contain varying amounts of goods or special units. The second reward slot can contain the Gold Berserker Selection Kit, the Gatehouse Emporium Selection Kit, which gives the Bastion Gatehouse and Silkweaver's Emporium, and lastly, the Gold and Platinum Selection Kits for the Orcrest Mill. This is the only place you have a chance to get the Platinum upgrade for the mill for free. Slot 3 contains the selection kits and upgrades for the Grove Sanctuary, the building from last year's History event. Slot 4 gives old History event buildings, such as the Epic Kit and Mortar Garrison. Slot 5 gives a lot of consumables, most notably the Finish All items. However, with 13 options, you've got a low chance of seeing one of those. Slot 6 will give all the Ascended upgrades for previous events, either directly for the more recent stuff or via the Epic Ascended kit. You'll also find there to be daily tasks that you can complete. There are 6 each day, with them being easy, normal, and hard difficulties, or realistically, cheap tasks that you can easily complete, such as throwing 1 axe or collecting 1 reward, more costly or RNG-based tasks, such as throwing more axes, collecting more rewards, and collecting specific runes. And lastly, expensive tasks where you have to throw 5 axes or collect 3 rewards. The normal tasks will provide fragments of Ragnar, a historical ally in this event, and the super expensive ones will provide fragments of the Eternal Market Selection Kit. Speaking of expensive daily tasks though, there will be 18 mini-challenges during this event, each lasting 24 hours. I'll be posting the full quest lines over on my website. That's right, no more spreadsheet this time. Head over to ubernerd14.com/mini/vikes25 to see the quest lines. They'll be posted when the mini-challenges start over on the Japan server around 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Also, be aware that some of the quests have changed since beta. While there are 18 challenges, I cannot stress enough that you should not play them all. Doing so is bad, and it is something that will result in a lot of players wasting event currency and ending up short of their goals. Every third challenge gives fragments of the Eternal Market, the second historical ally, Freitas, and Ragnar, respectively. We'll talk more about this in the strategy section, but you can only choose one of these rewards to pursue, and will have to complete the 6 mini-challenges that give those rewards. That's only one of these 3 rewards. If you attempt to play each mini-challenge, you will end up stuck and will not have the Viking coins necessary to complete any of the 3 rewards for them. Again, quest lines will be posted over on my website, ubernerd14.com. Link will be in the description. Moving on to the strategies, let's talk about event currency. You'll likely get over 1,700 Viking coins for free, depending on incidents. Also, make sure you complete your daily challenges. Those extra coins are extremely important. Do note that the currency balancing changed quite a bit since beta, with more currency being shifted to the daily quests and away from the rush quests. There are 2 places you can spend your coins here, the Rune Rewards chests or the wheel, but depending on how you spend it, you can wind up with vastly different rewards. We also need to talk about how progress is given out. You get 10 per spin plus 2 per ring with runes. There's 3 to 4 rings with runes, so you average about 10.78 progress if you're just refreshing and throwing 1 axe. You can wait for people to set up the wheel to where you can be more likely to get runes, say when other rewards are claimed, but it will take a lot of time just watching the wheel and isn't going to have that large of an impact. All the numbers here will be calculated with the 10.78 progress number. Also, be aware that the grand prizes changed since beta, with the main event building getting pushed back from 1,400 progress to 1,500, along with some of the other rewards changing a bit too. With progress and event currency out of the way, we can talk about the rewards available. You really only have 2 paths to go down, getting the main event building or getting multiple Drakkar Pyres. To get the Fjordstorm Harbor, you have to reach 1,500 progress, which will cost around 1,400 Viking coins, leaving you only an extra 300-ish to spend on either rune rewards or pursuing more progress. If you go for the Harbor, there are several mutually exclusive other rewards you can get. That means you can get one of these secondary rewards and only one. If you want a chance at a single Drakkar Pyre, open all the Rune Rewards chests with the discount. I'd recommend you do this only after you hit the 1,500 progress for the Harbor, as then you don't need to worry about if you have enough coins or not. Save up your runes, and you may even have a chance at getting the Platinum or Crest upgrade. If you'd rather get the Eternal Market, which I think will be the main focus for a lot of folks, it's a little bit trickier. You'll have to complete all 6 of the mini-challenges giving fragments for the Eternal Market, but do not try to complete quests for the mini-challenges giving fragments for other rewards. You simply do not have enough coins to do that. You should have enough coins to reach 1800 progress for all the grand prize Eternal Market fragments, leaving only 350 fragments remaining. Those fragments will have to come from the hard daily tasks, each of which gives 10 fragments. Since you get 2 hard tasks per day, that means you're going to want to complete all the hard tasks on the days with the mini-challenges giving Eternal Market fragments. And if possible, wait to complete the mini-challenge until after the daily reset to complete those new daily tasks too. While the tasks won't always be the same as the mini-challenge quests, try to work them into completing the quests. For example, if the mini-challenge asks you to collect 2 rewards from the wheel and your task says to throw 5 axes, well, throw the 5 axes and complete the 2 rewards quest at the same time. Don't waste coins trying to complete the easier medium tasks, just focus on the hard ones. Also, don't spend any coins opening the rune rewards. You'll need all of them for completing the mini-challenges and tasks. This is probably the hardest goal in the entire event. What is a little bit easier is if you instead decide to focus on Freitas, one of the new historical allies. You want to reach 1700 progress and only need to complete 5 of the 6 mini-challenges giving Freitas' fragments. As with the Eternal Market, do not try to complete the other mini-challenges. As for tasks, none of them give fragments of Freitas, so I wouldn't go out of your way to try and complete any. That will use up the coins that you might need for the mini-challenges. The second ally, Ragnar, is a little bit harder than Freitas. On top of completing all 6 mini-challenges, and again, only those 6 challenges that give fragments of him, you'll also need to complete many of the medium difficulty tasks, a total of 25 of them. As with the Eternal Market strategy, I try to complete the tasks at the same time as the mini-challenges. Same deal as Freitas though, you could have enough coins after doing the tasks and mini-challenges to buy some rune rewards, but I'd wait until you secure all the fragments to actually do so. You really don't want to have to buy more coins when they are as expensive as they are. For all of these strategies where you may have a few extra coins to spend on a chest of rune rewards, you also have a chance to get the Platinum upgrade for the Orecrest Mill. It has only about a 25% chance of showing up, so while it is best to wait to reach your progress goal if possible, if you want that Platinum upgrade, I'd get it while you can. Just don't start buying multiple sets of rune rewards. Alright, so let's say you don't want the Fjordstorm Harbor, allies, or Eternal Market, and instead decide to pursue multiple Jacker Pyres. Here, progress is not your goal. Getting runes as cheaply as possible is. I'd recommend trying to complete all of the easy tasks. Each easy task gives 4 runes, making them the single best source of runes. You can get some more runes by completing the first quest or so of the mini-challenges, but don't complete more than that or you'll waste too many coins. By my estimates, you have a decent chance to get around 5 sets of chests opened, which would yield you at least 2 Jacker Pyres. You could be lucky and get more, the average would be 3.5 Pyres, but due to buying the chests giving a random number of fragments, you could end up getting only the 200 fragment rewards. This strategy has the advantage of also giving you a very good chance at seeing the Platinum upgrade for the Orecrest Mill, potentially even multiple times. If you want to prioritize the Platinum upgrade, only buy the full sets of reward chests when it's available, otherwise try to get as many runes as possible to see more sets of chests. By the way, there is one Platinum upgrade buried in the grand prizes, but that's a red herring. You would have to spend diamonds to reach it. Speaking of spending a lot of diamonds to reach it, this event also has leagues. The nicest part about them is that every league has an upgrade for the main building, so you are guaranteed to get it. Also, notice that Bronze League gives the Amateur League rewards, Silver gives the Bronze and Amateur, and Gold gives Silver, Bronze, and Amateur. In case you're wondering, the Gold League will be completely out of reach. On beta, the cost of Gold League was roughly 35,000 diamonds. Basically, any uplift you could potentially get from placing in the Gold League could be achieved for much cheaper in other events or quantum incursions instead. That brings us on to my next point, spending. Spending in this event will be extremely expensive. 200 coins for 2,400 diamonds means that you're looking at around 11.13 diamonds per progress point. That is a lot, and it's for an event that's built in a way that many players will end up running out of event currency and eyeing that purchase button. It's for an event that is balanced in a way that you will get few rewards, and you will have to pray for good RNG to get those rewards. I'm not going to tell you how to spend, but I just want to remind you that spending diamonds or money in an event means that regardless of what you complain about in forums, on Discord, or in-game, you support that event and all the mechanics and balancing involved in it. Your wallet is your voice, so you'll have to make your choice. And with that, I think we'll close out this surprisingly long video with the live sacrifice of a goat to the RNG gods. If you want to chat about the event, consider joining my Discord server linked in the description alongside the link to my website with the mini challenge questlines and the link to enter this video's giveaway. Remember to use your coins wisely, and as always, I'll see you all next time.